Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever it is in your country. You are a real deal. And if you ain't no real deal, then you know what to do. Okay. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And if you like to donate to the super chat, I appreciate it. Okay. Now look, y'all. Now look. Now I know I can do better than this. Now this reaction right here. I I don't even know what to say. Kill boy second car theft charge. I mean, y'all stealing cars. He do the time. He get the time cut. Then he'll break, and then he'll start back. They need to make the law. The law's gonna get so strict and hard on these young folks, and I hate for it to get that way. You know what I mean? He did a documentary of the story of him stealing cars. But I'm gonna let y'all check a couple of video because I don't know nothing about this boy. I don't even have time for this kind of stuff. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all this one first. Okay, we're gonna look at this. It may not be nothing happen, but look.
You're stealing kids.
I swear, I'm gonna crack your phone.
They're called the TikTok Kia Boys, teens like these four stealing cars and using them to commit violent crimes. Good evening and thank you for joining us for The Spotlight. I'm David Rose. The next time you see a Kia or a Hyundai with a broken window and without a license plate, it's probably a stolen car. And driving this crime trend is TikTok.
You don't need a key, bro. It should override it, bro.
Damn. This what the Kia Boys doing, man.
The social media platform is brimming with Kia and Hyundai hack videos. The clips show how to hotwire the vehicles using just a USB cable. The technique takes advantage of a design flaw in the ignition systems of both brands of vehicles. The Kia Boys meme began in the Midwest back in 2021, but it has spread coast to coast since then. Kias or Hyundais now account for 21% of car thefts in Philly, 33% of the thefts in Minneapolis, 45% of the thefts in Columbus, Ohio, and 49% in Grand Rapids. And listen to this, a whopping 58% of stolen cars in Milwaukee are Kias or Hyundais. Those aren't the top targets in our region quite yet, but the numbers just obtained by the Spotlight show, it's only a matter of time. Since the start of this year, the Pierce County Sheriff's Department says they have reports of 47 Kias and Hyundais that were either stolen or had their windows broken and ignitions damaged. That's more than 2 taken every day this month. And some of them are used in violent crimes. Tacoma police say the Kia at the gas station we showed you was used just a few hours earlier in a drive-by shooting. And tonight, the woman who took that video as she confronted those teens is telling her story exclusively to the Spotlight.
What'd you do? Steal it?
When a food delivery driver and her husband were almost hit twice by these teens in a stolen Kia Forte with the blanket over the broken side window, they called 911. When no officers showed up, Shannon says she got out and started taking video of them.
This is one of those Kia stealing kids.
I swear, I'm gonna crack your phone.
She has 3 teens and wanted their parents to see what these kids were doing.
They definitely are dangerous kids.
Shannon says the guy in the Santa hat got really angry.
He goes up to the car and lifts up the blanket. And when he lifts up the blanket, he yelled at the kids that, we should jump this B word. And all the kids got out of the car.
She says they started coming towards her. She had her purse with her gun inside.
I have a concealed weapons permit. And I told them that they need to not come at me aggressively or make me fearful for my life. And at that point, I think they kind of got the hint and they started heading back towards the car.
What she didn't know at the time is that Tacoma police say these teens had just committed a serious felony crime.
They shot into an occupied residence. Thankfully, no one was struck by these bullets, but we are trying to identify them so they can be taken into custody and go to court for these charges.
Deputies found the stolen Kia abandoned in Lakewood. Then police learned the kid in the red, just 13 years old, was the victim of a shooting the next day. He was already...
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up, people. 13. Where's his daddy? Where's his mother? Just out doing something with everybody else. They ain't got nothing else to do. Go steal a book. Go steal a pencil, ink pen. Go steal some knowledge.
already charged with possession of a stolen vehicle and wanted for 2 robberies.
We are taking juveniles into custody for some very serious crimes.
But then he was released on electronic home monitoring.
I just think that parents really need to pay attention to their kids a lot more than they do these days.
White pig.
Shannon says she wasn't bothered by what the teen called her, but she is upset about the current catch and release policies.
If they're in the car that they've stolen and then they run from the police can't pull them over, not unless they've done something and they know they have. So then they just run. They can't do anything. And then if they do catch them, then the police can't talk to them because of the laws in Washington. And so they can only talk to them with a lawyer, and the lawyer's just going to tell kids not to talk. So, and then even if they get charges, they don't arrest them. They just let them go free.
Deputies say the teens are often runaways, homeless, and couch surfing.
Well, they go, they get arrested, they let them out.
Told he was walking to the store to get candy or food.
You used a personal loan to remodel your house without breaking the bank. It feels like most of us.
When he was killed. Tacoma police say last year homicides stood at 42, with 40 of them attributed to gun violence. Xavier's shooting death was the first of the year in Tacoma in 2023.
I walk to the store every day, so I look across the street and I feel sorry for his family. My condolences go to his family, understand, and hopefully they can pull through it.
So what's fueling all this violence? Well, it's difficult to get a direct answer from top officials, probably because every situation is different, it's complicated, and there are politics involved. Law enforcement sources tell me, though, that gang violence is responsible for some of the shootings. Nobody knows more about gang held accountable, that the punishment is too.
Okay, we're gonna check this video right here.
40.30.
We're gonna stop this one and we're gonna look at this. Now here he go right here. Kill boy right here. Oh, Jesus. Let me make sure y'all on the right one. Now this is him. This is he when he was a lot younger. Right. This and him. Wait a minute. Hold up, y'all. Now, yeah, this is Kill Boy right here. This is his second car theft. Okay, this is his second car theft. What making this boy keep stealing these kills? And what he doing? He robbing folks.
News first gained notoriety in the infamous Kia Boys YouTube documentary last spring. That video was shown repeatedly at his trial. At the time, his attorney asked for leniency, and his older brother said Markel had learned his lesson. But now he's in jail again, charged with the exact same crime. Markel Hughes was shot the night of August 22nd. He was in the hospital getting treatment when police detectives realized the SUV he had been driving was stolen. A criminal complaint said the 2019 Kia Sportage was ditched in a front yard, hit with bullets, and the steering column was damaged, an indication it had been stolen and started without a key. Hughes told police that night someone else stole the car, that he was only driving it when 3 people opened fire and shot him. He was arrested. Hughes, now 18, was behind the wheel of a red car in the Kia Boys documentary that went viral in Milwaukee in the spring of 2022. When Hughes was arrested that June and charged with stealing 2 cars, the video was the main piece of evidence played at his trial.
The issue the state also has is the number of incidents in a short period of time.
Prosecutors said at the time that in addition to those 2 cases, Hughes' fingerprints were also found inside or outside 6 other stolen cars in the last year.
He just was in a messed up predicament, wrong time and wrong place. And I'm glad that he's coming home.
That day, his older brother told us Markel had changed his ways.
Yeah, he definitely regrets it all because it made a hassle on our family and so much to come down here.
And Hughes's attorney asked the judge to give the teen a second chance.
The defense understands that, and that's why Mr. Hughes pled guilty. He accepted responsibility for it.
On June 21st.
Really? Again?
Markel Hughes was sentenced to the 368 days he had already spent in jail, and he was released on 3 years of extended supervision. But 2 months later, Hughes was arrested and charged again. The most recent car theft count is a felony, so Markel Hughes could spend 10 years behind bars if he's found guilty.
Now, y'all, come on. What is the problem? It's a problem right there. He has a problem. First of all, he ain't finished school. He need to go back to school. Second of all, he's not happy because whoever's supposed to be over him is not being a responsive person, an adult, because he a kid. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Now, this is sad. I'm out, y'all.